Thank you for listening to Shulchanaruchharav.com.
What criteria must be met to be allowed to say a bracha after hearing thunder? So it's recorded in the Mishnah in Maseches Brachas 54a. Al azikin v'al azvois v'al abrakim v'al hara'amim omer baruch shekoichu gvurasim aliyayla. That upon hearing thunder, one says the bracha Baruch Atah Hashem Elokeinu Melech Ha'olam shekoichu gvurasim aliyayla, and so is recorded in the Shulchanaruch, chapter 227, halacha 1, in the Alter Rebbe Seder and Luach Birchas Hanenin 13, halacha 15. Now, although ideally, as explained in the Gemara and Rishonim, there is an alternative blessing of Isa Maisa Bereshis, which is equally valid to be said after hearing thunder, the Minhag Yisrael is specifically to say the bracha of Shekoichu Gvurasim Aliyaylam after hearing thunder, as recorded in the Taz and Seder Birchas Hanenin of the Alter Rebbe. Now, what criteria must be met to be allowed to say this bracha, aside, of course, for hearing thunder? So, unlike the common misconception, this bracha over hearing thunder must be said even if you do not see the lightning. You see, naturally, all thunder comes as the result of lightning. It is the sonic boom that results from the electric current breaking through the air. Nonetheless, the saying of the bracha upon hearing thunder is not contingent, halachically, on whether or not you saw that lightning that preceded it. There is no such source or logic for saying otherwise, and if a quote is needed, we can quote from the Mishnah Berurah in 227, halacha 5, in name of the El Yarabah. The same applies if one heard the thunder but did not see the lightning. He says the blessing of Shekoichu Gvurasim Aliyayla. So clearly, whenever one hears thunder, even if he didn't see the lightning, a bracha must be recited. However, there is a second criteria, which is, in truth, very important to keep in mind before you recite this blessing. Meaning, aside for hearing the thunder, one more condition must be met for the bracha to be said. Not seeing the lightning, but the proximity in which the bracha is said to the hearing of the thunder. How much time does one have to recite a bracha after hearing thunder? Must it be said right away? Do you have a few seconds, a few minutes? Do you have the whole day? How does it work? So we have a Gemara in the Yerushalmi who states that if you hear thunder while you're in the bathroom, and if you can't get out within Kadei Dibur, don't go out. And this Gemara is recorded in the Shulchan Aruch, in the Mechaber, chapter 227, halacha 3. Kadei Dibur means within the amount of time it takes to say Shalom Alecha Rebbe, which is about 2 to 3 seconds. Now, why does the Gemara and the Shulchan Aruch make this statement? Even if it takes more time, as soon as he gets out of the bathroom, we'll say the bracha. Why does he have to get out of the bathroom within Kadei Dibur? From this ruling, some poskim rule that the bracha of praising Hashem for hearing thunder, and this applies likewise for seeing lightning and all the other brachas mentioned in that chapter, of earthquakes and hurricanes, etc. It may only be said within Kadei Dibur, within 2 to 3 seconds of hearing the thunder. Otherwise, you miss the time and you can no longer say the blessing. You don't even have time to flip through a siddur. As soon as you hear it, boom, you say it. So is the ruling of the Ran for a Psachim, Oilas Tameh, Birchas Avram, El Yerabah, Nahar Shalim, Ma'amar Mordechai, Machzis HaShekel, Chaya Adam, and Mishnah Berurah, and so is recorded as the first opinion in Seder and Luach Birchas Hanenin of the Alter Rebbe. However, there are poskim who argue and say that's not the interpretation of the Gemara or the Shulchan Aruch, and in truth, there's no limitation. You can say the bracha after hearing thunder even much time later than the actual time that you heard it. So rules the Taz in 227 halacha 2, and his opinion is discussed in other poskim and is recorded as a second opinion in the Alter Rebbe Seder and Birchas Luach Birchas Hanenin. Practically, how do we rule? So due to the rule of Safek Brachas Lahakel, practically one may not say the bracha after hearing thunder if he did not catch it, if he did not say it within 2 to 3 seconds. You can wait for another thunder, but not after this one. However, concludes the Alter Rebbe and Seder Luach Birchas Hanenin that since this matter is a debate, one should say the bracha without Hashem's name, which means Baruch Shekoichu Gvurasim Aliyaylam, not saying Ata Hashem Elokeinu Melech Ha'olam, and nonetheless give praise to Hashem without it mentioning His name. Based on all this, if you were in the bathroom and you heard thunder, then when you get out after washing your hands, say the bracha without Hashem's name of Baruch Shekoichu Gvurasim Aliyaylam. To summarize, immediately after hearing thunder, within at least 2 to 3 seconds, one is to say the blessing of Baruch Atah Hashem Elokeinu Melech Ha'olam, Shekoichu Gvurasim Aliyaylam, and this applies whether or not you saw the lightning. If 2 to 3 seconds already passed, then say it without Hashem's names by saying Baruch Shekoich V'Rasei Malei Olam.
Thank you for listening to Shulchanaruchharav.com. Our free services of making Torah knowledge available to the public depends on donors like you. Please help us continue our work through making even a small contribution at Shulchanaruchharav.com under the Daily Halacha Dedication section or in the subscription page. Also, check out our online courses and many Sefarim available for purchase that will both enhance your Torah knowledge and help support our work.